M. Bison, the original dictator of Shadoloo. He is sinister at everything that is evil and vile and has caused massive corruption with his psycho power. He has Psycho Shot and a Psycho Crusher. And according to Jules' Marvel 2 tier list, he is currently ranked behind Charlie in D tier. But even with his placement in the tier list, what is it that makes M. Bison so menacing? To understand this question, we need to watch today's episode of Dad and Kids Play 1. What's good, everybody? I'm Boogie from Dad and Kids Play. Boogie from Dad and Kids Play. What's good, everybody? I'm Dad from Dad and Kids Play 1, and this is M. Bison move list on Marvel vs. Capcom 2. We're going to go over all M. Bison moves and discuss tips and strategies to help you learn to play the character better. Also, if you like these type of videos, then consider giving it a like and maybe a subscribe. Thanks. Before we cover the special moves, first let us take a look at the basic attacks. Okay, starting off this list is the Psycho Shot. This move is M. Bison projectile attack. To do the move, do a half circle forward and press any punch button. The light punch version travels in an upwards arc, then comes down at the opponent, while the fierce punch variation moves at a lower range before shooting upwards. Both versions of the move only score for one hit, and they both travel at the same speed. While the Psycho Shot isn't your everyday projectile, its movement and range can keep the enemy guessing. Also, the Fierce Punch Psycho Shot can be somewhat of an anti-air attack. Up next is the attack called the Psycho Field. This is the move where M. Bison shoots an energy orb at the opponent. To do the attack, do a half circle back plus any punch button. The Psycho Field works like a grenade before exploding. Now, the move itself travels at a slow rate, but when it explodes, it has a large radius effect that takes up lots of space. This move is not combo friendly, but I do feel it could work wonders as an assist move. The light punch version at best is a close range attack, while the fierce punch variation is almost full screen range. Both versions of the attack score for 9 hits. Next on the list is the attack called Scissors Kick. This is the move where M. Bison hits the opponent with his trademark double kick. To do the move, do a half circle forward plus any kick button. This move is excellent for combo setups, and it can be used as a linker for other attacks. Both versions of the attack hit twice, with the fierce kick version moving a bit further than the light kick version. Also, the scissors kick can be performed in mid-air. The head stomp is another M. Bison signature move. To do this attack, charge down for 2 seconds, then press up and any kick button. This attack can be followed up by a second move called the Skull Diver. To do the skull diver, press any punch button after a head stomp. Also, you can control where M. Bison falls to before or while doing the skull diver. This move can be done in mid-air as well. The skull diver can be done as a standalone attack. To do the move, charge down for 2 seconds, then press up and any punch button. Keep in mind that when you do the standalone version of the move, M. Bison will automatically go into the attack without pressing the punch button again. This move can also be done in mid-air, and it's a great way to play mind games with the opponent when using it in tandem with the Stomp. The warp is M. Bison's teleport. To do the move, do a dragon punch motion plus any attack button. The attack button that's pressed is what determines where M. Bison will appear. So, the punch buttons will have him appear in the air, while the kick buttons will place him on the ground. But more specifically, light punch equals top left corner in the air. Fierce punch equals top right corner in the air. Light kick equals left corner on the ground. And fierce kick equals right corner on the ground. The warp can help M. Bison get out of sticky situations, and plus, the move can be done in mid-air. So flying is another way for M. Bison to move around on screen. To go into flight mode, do a quarter circle back plus both kick buttons. Unfortunately, Bison doesn't have the 8-way air dash like Dr. Doom or Magneto. However, he does have an arsenal of moves at his disposal while airborne. His list of moves include the scissor kick, the head stomp, and the cycle crusher. He can even perform the teleport and the skull diver as well. His flight mode can be canceled by doing the commands again. Just like with all the other characters that can fly, his flight will wear off over time and you will have to do the move again. M. Bison has 2 normal throws. Press forward and fierce punch for an overhead body toss. Press forward and fierce punch in mid-air for a one-arm toss to the ground. Okay? The only command normal Bison has is to slide. Press down the fierce kick to execute. M. Bison only has 1 launcher in the game. Press down plus fierce punch to do the standard launcher. You can do M. Bison Taunt by pressing the select button. Alternatively, hold light kick then press start if you're playing the Dreamcast version. So, the first hyper I like to cover is called the Cycle Crusher. This is a move where M. Bison envelops his entire body in cycle energy, then proceeds to torpedo the opponent. To do the move, do a quarter circle forward plus both punch buttons. This move has full screen range, and plus it can be done in midair. The Cycle Crusher start time is very fast, and it can be comboed into. In fact, this move can be connected from a Magic Series string. Like so. Out of all his hypers, this one is my personal favorite. The second hyper combo on the list is called the Knee Press Nightmare. This is the move where M. Bison warps in front of the enemy, then goes into the super version of the scissors kick. To do the attack, do a quarter circle forward plus both kick buttons. This hyper does more damage than the Cycle Crusher, and it is also combo friendly. But unlike the Cycle Crusher, it can't be done in midair. In order to get the full damage from this move, stand about 1.5 characters away from the enemy while doing the move. I feel like this hyper is a nice alternative to the Cycle Crusher, and it should be done to keep things interesting. So, the final hyper I would like to discuss is called the Cycle Explosion. This is where Bison does a super version of the cycle field. To do this hyper, do a half circle back plus both punch buttons. This super is great for chip damage as well as attacking the enemy from long range. Unlike the cycle field, the cycle explosion comes out very fast and the energy will explode immediately upon impact. This hyper scores for 15 hits from a direct hit, and this is the only hyper that Bison can't really combo into. Okay. Dash in with light punch, down plus fierce punch, jumped in, light punch, light kick, light punch, light kick, quarter circle forward plus both punch buttons. Here's what to expect when you use M. Bison as an assist character. Bison's Alpha Assist will attack the enemy with a fierce punch cycle shot. His Beta Assist will use a fierce punch cycle field. And his Gamma Assist will perform a fierce kick scissors kick. Overall, M. Bison has excellent combos and his air combo game is crazy. He does excellent damage in the air, and for a character his size, he's very fast. Keep in mind, with M. Bison flight and teleportation, he has different ways to move on the screen. You generally want to land air combos whenever you can, and always finish off these combos with a hyper if you have meter. With that being said, here are some tips to help you play better with M. Bison. As with any other projectile, use the cycle shot to zone and control space. Make sure to use both versions to mix things up. When doing combos, always change into hyper moves such as the Cycle Crusher or the Knee Press Nightmare. If it's an air combo, finish with the Cycle Crusher. Always mix up the head stomp and the skull diver when playing mind games, but these moves shouldn't be used as much since you will become predictable. Always keep the pressure on, and don't forget about the various ways Bison can move on screen. Whenever using Bison as an assist, make sure to use the beta one, which is the Fierce Punch cycle field. Well, That's it for this week's installment. And like I said before, please let me know in the comment section who you would like to see me cover next in the Marvel and Capcom series. I'm Dad Mishima from Dad and Kids Play 1. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next game. Peace out.